There we go. There we go. Hey,
Yes.
I'm Steve from Your Comedy Minute. And look who's here. She's back for a second time. One of my favorite comedians, if not my favorite comedian out there, Lisa Buck is back.
Hello. Yes.
Lisa and I had so much fun the first time. It went off the rails a little bit, and I kind of think this one might as well.
Oh, I'm sure.
All right, Lisa, you're in Wilmington, North Carolina, right?
I am. Yes, Wilmington,
Yeah.
North Carolina. The on the coast, so we didn't get affected by this recent storm.
Yeah.
Oddly, was in the
I know there
mountains.
was devastation there, and my prayers go out to everyone in North Carolina.
Yeah, definitely.
But you weren't born and raised there. You've done a lot of traveling.
That's right. Yes, I was born in Florida,
Okay.
like a weirdo. But my parents are from England, so when they moved
Yeah.
from England to the U.S., of course, they moved to Florida because English people love Disney World. So we lived in Orlando. Yeah, that's where I was born, and then we moved around
Okay.
Gainesville, Virginia, uh, Georgia. I moved to North Carolina. I lived in D.C. I lived in
Well, yeah, I
Australia.
was going to say the last time you were on, you talked about being in Australia, and you still, to this day, you did one of the best Your Comedy Minutes I've ever heard. The Nub story.
Oh my
It's just
God.
unbelievable.
I don't know, like I don't know how this stuff happens to me all the time.
Well, I got a feeling. I got a feeling.
It's not because I drink too much, okay?
No one said that. No one said that. Let me get a little sip of my drink here.
Me too.
Okay.
Hang on.
All right. When did you start doing comedy? If I asked this last time, I apologize. But when did you start doing comedy?
I started doing comedy about a little over a year and a half ago.
Okay. And again, I apologize. Was there a catalyst? Did you tell me this last time? Why you started doing comedy?
Yeah, I was just interested in writing. 30 Rock's one of my favorite shows, and I love all
Okay.
these I love comedy
Yeah.
so much, and it always intrigues me how people are writing. Like, how do you come up
Yeah.
with this material? Like, what inspires you? And I ran into a friend of mine who does stand up, Steve Milia. I think we may have
Okay.
talked about this, who I've known for 25 years plus. And
Okay.
I just wanted to, like, out of curiosity, meet with him.
Yeah.
And so we did. We had a lunch, and during that lunch, he was like, "What's your funniest story?" And I think I may have told him the Nub story. And he
Yeah.
was like, "You're funny. Let's go ahead and plan your first open mic in 3 weeks." And I
Yeah.
was
I
like,
do
"What do
remember
what
this. I do
now?"
remember you telling me this. Yeah.
Because the previous times I had been on stage was singing, and I was taken off stage twice. The last two times I had been on stage, I was but one was singing at a church in Alaska with my
What?
dad, who was a preacher. And he just came up in the middle of my song and took the microphone out of my hand.
So
It
in
was
other
like,
words,
thank you.
you're not a very good singer.
It's not good. And then the other time was at a bar.
I saw a post.
Uh,
I think it was on Instagram, um, or one of those social media things that someone was giving you a hard time about your language.
oh, that happens. Yeah. Like content. It's that thing where, as a comedian, this is actually very frustrating. As a comedian, they're like, be yourself. You need to really be you, show
Oh
who you
yeah.
are. But then when you do, and you tell your experiences and they're like, oh, no, 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 not like that,
Not
though. And
like
I'm
that.
like, what do you, so you're just wanting me to be you, is what you're saying. Not, like
Well,
I was an awkward homeschool kid.
as I told you before this, because I wanted to, I wanted to look at our last one and try not to but I watched the whole 20-minute set that you have posted on YouTube, and there's some material there. I wrote down some stuff, um, like your theory about birthday cakes.
Oh gosh, I forgot that one was on there. Yeah, that was like the COVID thing, right?
I just love the whole bit.
I know, right? Because, like, okay, for real, if
People
you
don't know.
really
People
think
don't
of,
know, Lisa. If you don't mind, tell them
I'll
your
tell,
theory on birthday
yeah.
cakes.
So, I haven't done this bit in a while, but like, this is something I was thinking about because during COVID, everyone masked up and like I started paying attention to stuff like how often people are washing their hands and what they're doing and what you're touching that they're touching and things. But then I started thinking like how disgusting we are, including myself, because I was like, yeah, I wash my hands, but I don't wash my hands for 30 seconds every
No,
time.
I
You
just
know what I
watched them
mean?
before.
Like
Yeah.
I just, yeah, I wash them, but not like
Right. Right. Right.
counting,
Right.
you know? But then I was thinking like, you know what? Birthdays are, we've been doing this our whole lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
It
you
wasn't.
go
It
to
wasn't until
someone's
you. It wasn't
house,
until you pointed it out that I thought, boy, this lady's on the money.
right? You go to someone's house and you, it could be whoever's birthday, especially if it's a child's birthday, just count me out.
Yeah.
Repulsive. But you go and then somebody like brings a cake out lit with candles and is like all over the cake. And then you all just eat it. Like if you were at a restaurant and you ordered a piece of pie or whatever, creme brulee, whatever, and the server brought it to your table
And went.
and went and set it down in front of you, you'd be like, that's no, dude. Ew. That's disgusting.
I just love it. I
Yeah,
love
we've
that
been doing
bit.
this. And then if it's a kid's birthday party, they're spitting, they're like, spitting all over it. No, I don't want your nasty cake. I don't even like to go to kids' birthday parties anyway. It's always awkward. There's like a dog that's gonna hump you, and you're like trying to be cool about it, like like
Oh my God. Oh my God.
every- But yeah, we've been doing this forever. No wonder we all got COVID and like things spread
Yeah.
around because we've been
Yeah.
blowing on each other's food and spitting on each other's food, and then we just eat it without questioning, like cake. Come on now.
I do like cake though. I really do.
I do too. Honey, I have for real picked up a piece of pizza from the concrete. It was top side up
Lisa,
and
Jesus
ate it.
God. No, you know what? Hell, I probably did that.
I've done
No,
that stuff.
I would think, leaving, I think of a bar in York where, come out and there was a pizza shop across the way and I was a little crinkled up.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't, you know what? Here's worse. I used to bartend for a very long time and
Okay.
I would work all these double shifts,
Right.
triple shifts, like just so many hours. And I would be starving. And sometimes people
Oh no.
would,
I know where this is going. I know where
yeah.
this
Well,
is going. Can I predict or do you want to finish it?
yeah, predict.
Oh, the food that came back. Somebody left some food on you ate it.
Yeah, but if it was someone I knew, I had no problem. But sometimes it was someone I didn't know. But it wasn't like an I was like a it was like a
Lisa,
Baja.
Lisa,
It,
I,
if
I,
the
I,
taco wasn't touched, I will eat it. All right.
Lisa, you're talking to a guy of stay in a hotel. Okay. You know where I'm going to go with this? You predict what I'm going to say.
Oh
I'm coming
God.
back to my room 2:30 in the morning, one blood pressure,
Ah,
and I
picking up
see,
people. I
yeah, and I
thought
see
about it.
food trays there. I'm picking up to see what's there.
Right? Some of the stuff. I mean,
I scored
you
some
know who
pretty good
doesn't get
stuff.
this? Rich people don't understand these things.
Of course they don't. Of course they don't.
Sometimes,
um,
I mean, I didn't like take a bite off a half-eaten taco from a
oh no, no,
stranger.
no! It's got to be
I
untouched.
mean,
It's got to be
I would,
untouched. I mean, I would lift it
yeah.
up in there, or if there's fries, if they'd have
Oh
told,
yeah,
got to eat the fries.
gotta eat the
How the
fries,
hell do we
especially when
get?
they're air fryers now. You can heat up, reheat fries. Oh yeah, bring it on.
I want to mention, and I don't want to be too serious, and I want to pay props to you because since you were on and I met you, it's like people probably don't realize last time we recorded one, you and I never met,
Yeah,
didn't know each other from Adam. So since then, I follow you and And I just want to tell you how many different comedians that I've had on the show that I mention your name and they go, "Oh, I know Lisa. She's so, Tuna is one, and Tuna's story. I have to bring him up because you kind of mentored him, and what a great story that kid is.
I know, right? He has
And
got
for
some
and I'm
really
not. I don't
good
want to take your
jokes
time away
too.
from your comedy minute
No, I
show,
love
Lisa.
Tuna.
But
Yeah.
Tuna, those of you who don't know, check out the minute I did with him. He was in a terrible car accident, and Lisa, you got a heart of gold.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that when he was in that accident, somebody came. He doesn't really talk about this much, but
Maybe
I
you
believe
shouldn't.
someone flew through his back windshield into his front windshield, and he saw them decapitated in front of his face
Oh
in
my
that
God,
accident.
Lisa. Boy, this
So
comedy
not to take
thing,
it serious.
you just drove this comedy thing right into the fucking shitter.
No, but
Jesus.
Tuna's awesome. And I really try to do that because I find that the comedy realm is very negative. The comedians are
Boy,
very
you ain't shitting.
competitive.
You ain't
They
shitting.
get nasty and mean, and I hate it. There's
Yeah.
room for everybody. We should bring each other up. When I
Yeah.
see other comedians doing well and succeeding, I'm very much like, yes, yes, I know. I
I,
share all my information, like,
I
dear
preach.
Scott, talk to him about yeah.
You're preaching the converted. I keep doing this, and I don't care, how many views I get or this or that. I love doing them. I love. There's always a bit. I just put a bit up today. That's a girl from. It's in China, and she's almost as crazy as you. And I just love the camaraderie. You don't know what the hell's going to happen.
I know. I just don't see. It's not like if one person gets booked on a show, that means that you aren't. You
Yeah,
can't do
yeah,
every show all the time. You're not going
yeah,
to have new material each time. You've got
yeah,
to give and support each other. Be there for
yeah,
each other.
yeah. You are. I just wanted you to know if you haven't, because you should be going over and watching some of my stuff. But
Yeah.
no, there's been not just Tuna. There was a guy in Charlotte. There's been, I can name three or four people that, Lisa Buck comes up and their eyes light up and they're like, "Oh, I know her. I know her." I'm like, I do
Oh,
too.
that's awesome. Yay.
Last time we established the fact, and I just want to revisit a little bit. We're both Phil after, and I want to say this before I even do that. It made me so happy after we finished the last one. You sent me a message or whatever and said we're twinsies. And part of the
Yeah.
reason that we are twinsies is because we're both Philadelphia Eagles fans.
Yes. Yes.
And do you just go back, just because people that didn't watch the first one, tell people what happened to you when you went and saw the Eagles play.
Oh gosh. Okay. So I did not grow up watching sports at all. My parents are from England. They didn't watch football.
Right.
I got into football later on in life after college.
Okay.
So Eagles fan, yes. I've been to many Eagles games,
Okay.
and I went to a January 1st game. Oh, what year was this? This was years ago, probably 2005-ish,
Whatever. Yeah.
something like that.
Well,
And
when you name what happens, they'll know.
okay, yeah. So it was in Philly, Redskins versus Eagles, New Year's Day game, and freezing cold, snowing, and a fight broke out in which Clinton Portis, who was with the Redskins at the
Running
time,
back for the Redskins.
yep, and his mother and family were sitting front row. I was fourth row, opposite side of the aisle. Anyway, Clinton Portis's mother punched me in my face and broke my nose. Then his wife mocked me, was like, yeah, fuck you, like mocking me. And I was like, what is happening? What's going on? Yeah, it turned into a lawsuit, which turned into people coming into my bar. I did not win the lawsuits because I hired the wrong type of attorney. But
Yeah, we
the
just touched on it last time,
stadium,
and I mean,
oh
I'm the
gosh.
kind of guy I'd love to go after it, myself. You
Well,
know,
the biggest problem was after the reason why I got punched is because they were being escorted out
right?
of the stadium, right? And I stood on my seat looking over, like, I mean, they were so obnoxious, and I was like, boo, but that's it. And she came over the like people and decked me right in my face. I was boxing at the time too, and my boxing coach was like, "You should have Bobby weaved." So I was like,
That's crazy. That's such a crazy
surgery.
story.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, it was a nightmare. It turned out like the stadium's security were people that previously worked at Burger King and stuff,
Yeah.
not security professionals. Like, why do they take them through the mayhem? Anyway,
As I
yes.
mentioned,
So we went
Lisa,
to
I've
federal
been
court.
watching, and it seems like you're out there all the time. You've done since I've met you, I don't know how many shows, but I'm
Oh, I
just
don't know.
curious between now, or since last time to now, do you have a favorite show you've done? And then, of course, I'm an asshole. The least favorite show that you've done.
I would say, honestly, some of my favorite shows have been surprisingly surprising. Like there was one show, this was, I think, my favorite. It's at a place in um kind of outside of Wilmington.
Okay.
I will tell you the names, you could put it in there, the name of the
Okay.
town.
Yeah.
But it's about 40 minutes outside of Wilmington. And I walked in, I was like, they're gonna hate
You're
this.
gonna
I didn't
hate.
even bother. Yeah, they're gonna hate me. I didn't even bother recording it. And it was the best show I ever did. Everybody loved all of it. I
Yeah.
was so surprised. You never know. You think you know your audience, but
How
you
would
never know.
how would you describe your material?
Oh. I don't know how to describe it. There, I mean, it's not clean.
we 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 brushed over that lady that sent you the comments.
Oh
Washing your
gosh.
mouth out and speak of the Lord.
That's my mother.
Is it really?
I think so,
Oh,
probably.
that's right, because your dad is a
They're
yes.
both preachers. She has sent me, I could read you some texts. I've read them
No,
on
that's
stage before.
okay. That
She
one I didn't
sent me
realize that
stuff
was
like,
mom. I thought that was
oh,
a fan telling you to speak of the Lord.
so yeah, yeah. Like, you have offended, she sent me this once. You have offended your father, me, and Jesus. And I've
Um,
done everything to try to like not let her find my stuff, but she watches on TikTok and
well, it probably doesn't help that you pretended to be deaf one time.
I know, right? That was going to be part of my comedy minute.
Was it? Okay, well, we'll save it. We'll
I
save it. That's fine. Um,
did. She did that.
I wrote down again. I'm taking a lot of stuff from the special, the Craigslist Casual Encounters,
Oh yeah.
which I actually know. I know Craigslist for different reasons. I used to buy no, no. I used to buy records.
Yeah,
You go to Craig. People that don't know what Craigslist is, it's kind of like an online newspaper thing.
like
And
classifieds. And
yeah, like classifieds exactly. And you
you can
had
do
some
lost pets, jobs,
right.
free stuff, buy and sell. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would get records there because I used to have a huge collection of vinyl
Which is
records.
ironic because a lot of people on there have records.
Yeah, that was a great place to find them.
I mean, like
Oh,
legal, like.
you're an asshole. No, I'm talking like last time you were on, you had an ACDC shirt. I bought
Mm,
some records. As a matter of fact, I think I only paid like $20 for the whole shit load of records.
holy crap,
And there
that's
was an
good.
ACDC 45, and I knew right there paid for the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, because I know records, I know music, and I was like, holy shit! And they just wanted to get rid of them. They were selling the house, and they needed them out of there. Oh yeah, Craigslist was great to me, but
It
it
was
didn't work
great.
out so good for you.
Well, okay. No, so there used to be two things on there that I used to like to watch. One
Yeah.
was, or browse through. One was Misconnections, and it was like,
Oh, misconnections.
right. So that one
Okay.
was like, oh, I saw you at Whole Foods, whatever. Like you were
Right.
wearing this. We had a conversation. You said this. Like, I'd love to take you out. That. But
Okay.
then there was Casual Encounters.
Casual encounters. Craigslist casual encounters. Right.
they took that down a long time ago, but it was like,
They weren't too casual.
oh no, it was
I
all just about fucking like, or getting their dick sucked. You know, it was like some dude. Every of the posts were the same. Firstly, I've seen some pictures on there that were like
Well, I
this.
don't want to misquote you, and I don't want to get in trouble with mom and dad, but you've seen a lot of dicks.
I mean, on there, yeah, there was one. I'm not kidding. This guy on there,
I'm
I emailed it
sorry,
out to so
Lisa.
many people.
I'm
It
sorry,
came
Lisa.
down.
I'm
This
sorry.
guy's
I'm
dick came
sorry.
down to about an inch above his knee.
Oh my God.
I was like, he's never had sex, I don't think. Like, I've heard stories about people, they're like, I've never been able to actually have sex. It was great. But all the posts were like, man seeking woman between 1822, 5'2" to 5'7", 102, 118 pounds, athletic,
Can't
smart,
stop
drug free,
laughing.
disease. Always to come in discreetly and suck my dick. Like, okay, Travis, calm down. Like, very picky, you know. Try to get someone to meet you behind that old Kmart in your Ford Taurus and like give you a
you're,
blow job.
you're really selling this one.
Models only.
Models only.
Like models are like wondering, like, oh my God, where can I want to hook up with a guy, but I just can't find one. I guess I'm gonna have to go on Craigslist casual encounters. Maybe someone will let me.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
they're
All
digging more.
right.
Yeah.
What else you got for me, my friend? What do you want to talk about? Let you
Oh
tell me.
Lord. So okay, I can talk about this. This has been amazing.
All right, I'm excited.
Not amazing. So our
Don't get
house
me all
got
worked up. Get me all worked
well,
up like that.
it's amazing for writing jokes, not amazing dealing with it. So our house got flooded recently,
Okay, right.
right? Not from a storm.
Okay.
It's from a bidet we got in 2020 from Timu that faulted and flooded the bathroom, which flooded into the bedroom, which flooded through to the downstairs.
Oh my God, it was on the
So
second floor.
it was on the second floor, yeah. It
Oh my
flooded all the
God, Lisa.
downstairs, all the flooring, all the stuff. And you know, the insurance company's covering. We rent, but the insurance company's covering it, all that. Well, my husband's a contractor,
Okay.
but he had shoulder surgery recently,
Okay.
so he can't do anything with his arm.
Okay.
He just has one arm, right? He just was able to drive a couple days
Don't
ago.
start with one arm again. Don't start with that again.
See? No, just keep going wrong. Anyway, so I've been doing most of the work, laying floors, putting on quarter rounds, like all this stuff.
Okay. So you're working
I've been working like
construction.
uh, yeah, I have tennis
Okay.
elbow. I've
All
got
right.
usually paint all over me. Well, this motherfucker, his name's Clay. Since he can't do the work, he just stands there like a dance mom, watching me do the work and telling me what I'm doing wrong, which is everything, by the way. Like, I'm not kidding. I really, since he's a contractor, I really want to do it right. Like, so I spent, no joke, I spent like 11 days sitting on paint cans in my garage, trying to do everything perfectly, paint doors and stuff, you know, watching these YouTube tutorials on how to file for divorce in North Carolina. I swear to God, this Mr. Miyagi motherfucker being like, don't do it like this, do it like this. Like, I will crane kick that shoulder. Like, God. No, it's been awful. And I
Yeah,
hate him now.
remodeling. My buddy and his wife just went through it, and I mean, it damn near caused a divorce.
I know, right?
I didn't mean to take from your line, but that's true.
It's true.
And they just
It
had
is
one
true.
bathroom done.
Oh my God. We went ahead and replaced the flooring in the whole house.
Okay.
So, and just moving the wood, like the whatever planks from the
Right.
truck to the inside to the upstairs. That was me carrying these boxes. What they are heavy. They're about
Sure.
45 pounds each box, and you've got like 1,400 square feet of stuff.
Right.
I'm moving it. He's just
Okay.
standing there like,
But it's all done.
mhm.
Everything's good.
Yeah, we're just down to painting now, which was a new fight this morning. That's
How's his
okay.
shoulder?
His shoulder. So he tore everything, every ligament in his
Ooh,
shoulder.
ooh.
It was
No,
almost
the reason I asked, I was
irreparable.
hoping maybe he could chip in on the painting.
He can with his left
Yeah,
hand.
one hand. Yeah. Okay.
He
Good.
can't use his right hand, so he's trying to like do.
Good. Good. I want you
But
guys to stay together.
yeah, and thank you because I've been saying he could chip in on the painting for months, and he's just now chipping on the
Oh
painting.
my God. Um,
And then he's just complaining about how his tools are not in order, and I'm like, dude,
his tools are, you know what? Keep talking. Your tool's not going to be in order.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, the
uh,
tool's not going to be touched. I'll tell you that.
yeah, man who fights with wife during day gets no peace at night.
Right. Oh my God. I was thinking too, the sexiest thing he said to me, like you gotta, we've been married at 15 years.
Okay.
And the sexiest thing he said to me was maybe 2 months ago. He was like, spice it up, it was like, I paid the rent. Oh my God. I was like, oh, I just got wet. What? You paid bills?
He paid the rent. Phew. Um, I just have to ask this just because your style is such. Do you have comedians that inspired you that you kind of? Because again, I really, you know me, Lisa, at least a little bit. I like really dark, dirty stuff. Or is there someone, comedians that inspired you to the way you do your comedy?
Not not really. I just kind
Just
of try to
just your
think about
twisted
the
view, just your twisted view on life.
yeah, it's all kind of I mean, not all of it's true,
No, no, I was
but
going to say I was
stems
going to clean that up.
from
Yeah,
but it does stem from my own experiences, like being
yeah,
homeschooled and
yeah,
I don't know how to
yeah,
be, around dudes and
yeah,
things like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But I do try to incorporate now. I'll listen to other comedians and try to like maybe take something from that style, but it never really pans out that
Lisa
well.
Buck is Lisa Buck, right?
Yeah, I feel like I haven't found my voice quite yet, but I'm on the way
You're
there.
getting there. You're getting there. I'll tell you what, because like I said, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you are working a lot.
Yes, yeah. But well, between doing the house stuff and doing shows and stuff, yeah, like I haven't had time to update my schedule online and stuff,
Yeah,
which I need to do. But
yeah,
yeah, slowed down a little bit. There was a time last month I did 7 shows in 5 days
yeah.
and
That's what I
all over the
mean.
state. And that was
Do you feel like it's getting better, Lisa?
it definitely is. It definitely is, especially in the fact that I'm way less nervous when I go on stage.
Yeah,
And that gives me the opportunity to work on various aspects of delivery and things.
yeah,
Like I'm okay with silence if I'm not getting all the eye contact.
right.
If people are into my story, they're laughing at my punches at where I want to laugh,
Yeah,
but I'll slow it down. Get so in that aspect, it's been very helpful.
good,
Just
good, good.
I used to have total freakouts before I'd go on stage, and now,
Really?
oh my God, yeah, panic.
Okay. Yeah, no, I feel like they don't say it, but a lot of the comedians I talk to, like Atuna or some of the ones I talk to, like you now are helping them.
Oh, I always try to only if someone's open to feedback. I never just insert myself,
No, of course not, but like someone like Tuna, where he was, man, he just thinks the world of you.
I think, yeah, Tuna's a great writer and stuff. I think the thing with Tuna
I
is,
don't want to. I don't want to. I just wanted you to know, Lisa, because
yeah,
I
no, I
love
think
people that give back, and
yeah, and I
and I
think
think
he
that you
was,
are that.
yeah, he was very, he talks about this frequently. He was very inspired when the first time he got his first paid
Yeah, and he
show.
he called you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I told him, I was like, you said you'd be happy as long as
You're a
as
professional
long as you got
comedian
paid
now.
for a show.
You're a
Yeah,
professional because I felt
if
that
that
way,
meant.
Lisa, the first time that Google sent me money, that my shorts got monetized. I said, well, fuck, I'm a professional comedian now. I'm getting paid.
Yeah, yeah,
There's something to be said for that.
for
You know,
sure. Yeah, but I really do try to encourage
yeah.
people, and
Well,
you
my
know,
friend, I want you to run through anything that you want to talk about. I was going to bring up just because I know, like I wrote down Yuri Talachko, which if you did you see the story I did about Yuri Talachko?
I don't know if I did. Tell it again. Will you tell it
Yuri
again?
Talachko, he fell in love with his love doll, his sex doll. And he didn't marry, he wanted to get to know it, so he dated it for 6 months. Then he married it, and then he cheated on it with a supermarket chicken. He's now in love with an ashtray. Okay. But hang on, Lisa. That was just one thought, but I want you to do your comedy minute. But I also wrote down because I'm sick as you, I'm crazier than you, I think. I wrote down Blind Barbie. Blind Barbie has been in my crow since I fucking saw
Okay.
it.
I want to hear about Blind Barbie.
They released a blind Barbie and a Down syndrome Barbie.
Okay, because this is back in maybe
Hold on a
1999.
second. Just pump the brakes for a second there, comedian girl.
No.
A fucking Barbie is a piece of plastic. It Down syndrome, blind. What does it come with? Fucking a CNI dog? The fuck are you talking about, Mattel greedy
It's
motherfuckers?
like, remember those like invisible dogs that was just like a
Yeah,
leash?
yeah.
That's
What if she
it.
gets in the car, Malibu, and backs over Ken? Blind Barbie, my ass.
Oh my God.
I'm
So
sorry.
no, it
That's just me
reminded
doing a
me
bit, but I thought of you when I did it because it's fucking pisses me off.
when I went, this is goes right along with what you're saying. In like
I knew Blind Barbie
1999,
was a hit. I knew Blind Barbie was a hit.
I was going to a party and I went to buy, it was kind of like a gag gift party. And I went to Walmart, whatever, and I was looking at
Right?
the toys. And now this was a different era, so I hope it's not offensive to anyone. But there was a handicap
Fuck
Barbie
them.
in a wheelchair. And I remember being like, telling a friend this, and he was like, handicap Barbie.
There is. There's a fucking Hot Wheels in a Barbie.
That was in 1999.
I
Like,
know.
it
Well,
was
look, we're
like,
gonna run out of time, so we got to do it
okay,
real quick.
okay.
Lisa Buck, my favorite young lady. I love having you here. Lisa Buck, your comedy minute. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm gonna sum up my little I pretended like I was deaf to take my dog into a gas station story since I did that. I did that. I was very, very, very drunk. I was walking my dog out of town, staying at a shitty motel.
Right.
Wanted to take my dog into this gas station and was like, oh, I'm gonna pretend like I was deaf. I did the voice. It was terrible.
You wanted a
Anyway,
burrito, though. Didn't you say you wanted a
I
burrito or something?
really
Yeah.
needed a frozen burrito at that
Right.
moment. Yes.
Okay, I can
Like a,
relate.
yeah. But that's not, of course, you know how I am. That's not where it ends, though, is it? Because that's just one of the times I was inappropriate with
Imagine.
hearing impaired people.
Imagine.
Imagine. There's another time when I was bartending where there was two guys sitting at the bar earlier on in the night, so it's not
Right.
crowded. And this Eagle Eye Cherry song came on. Say tonight, fight the break. And I was like, this is your favorite song, right? And he's like, "Mhm." I was like, your favorite song's playing.
Oh,
And his
no.
friend goes, dude,
He's deaf.
he's deaf. And I was
I
like,
knew it. I knew
oh my God.
it.
Then you know what else? I was filming the other day, the other
Right?
week, for this film, and I should have known because the lead character was hearing impaired, but somebody's phone was sitting there and it was just recording, and the words were coming up of everything that we were saying around it,
Oh,
around the
no.
phone. Yeah, and I was like, somebody left their phone on voice to text or something. So we all started shouting, like, someone's phone's recording, someone's phone's recording. And it was the lead character's wife, who's also
Okay.
hearing impaired.
Well, we're gonna run out of time, Lisa. I love
It
it.
was
But
her phone. It was
yeah, no,
it
I
was for
got it.
captionings. Yeah, yeah.
Thank
Anyway,
you for
yeah.
coming back. I'm gonna try and stop
Yeah.
this recording, but I doubt we're gonna
Okay.
be able to talk much off the air. Let me try and stop the recording.
All right.